Greetings my little gourmets. Been a little while, well it probably won't seem like a little while to you because of the way I put them out when they publish them, but it has been a little bit of a while since I did some baking, and we're going to make some cookies. We're going to make some, well actually I'm going to call them biscuits because I'm British, and in England we call them biscuits, not cookies, and I'm going to make some lemon biscuits. So these are lemon flavoured. Alright then, they're a little bit like cookies because they hopefully will be a little bit soft on the inside, a bit crisp on the outside, but we'll wait and see. So I want to try and make quite a few, so I've doubled up the quantities. So if you don't want to make quite so many, just halve the quantities. Now I've got 228 grams of butter that's nice and soft now, 400 grams of sugar, 2 eggs, I've got the zest of 2 lemons, I've got about 4 tablespoons of lemon juice, which was basically the juice out of one of those lemons, half a teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda, generous pinch of salt, 314 grams of plain flour, and then I've got a little bit of yellow food colouring I'm going to chuck in there just to make it look a little bit more lemony. Okay, so we're going to do that in a stand mixer. So got everything ready, so let's get started. Now I've put my oven on. We want the oven at 160 Celsius if it's fan, okay, 180 if not. So first off I'm going to put into here my butter, okay, conveniently then get all around the top, okay. One drawback to using the old stand mixer is, remember when we come to clean it, you'll probably want to give it a nice good degreasing if you're going to do meringues in it. Here's my sugar. So in that goes, and now what we're going to do, I don't know why there's some of that stuck in there, but there you go. We're now just going to beat this together for a good 3 minutes or so until it's all nice, light and fluffy. So that's my butter and sugar nicely beat together. Now before I put the eggs in there, I've got my flour in there, I'm just going to put my salt in, my baking powder and my baking soda. And we're just going to give them a bit of a mix together, okay, so they'll be ready, or this mixture will be ready to go in a bit. Now I've got my 2 eggs broken up into here, so I'm just going to lift that up, make it a little bit easier, and I'll just tip them eggs into there, and now again we're just going to beat that until it's light and fluffy. A lot of fluffy in this. Well, I hope there is. So that's the eggs in there, nicely combined. Now in here, remember I've got my lemon juice, and so about 4 tablespoons of juice, about 1 lemon, and the zest of 2. You could cut back on the lemon if you wish, not because you don't want it lemony, but if you want, you could add some lemon extract. But I've just gone for the whole lot. Okay. Now we're now just going to combine that, but 30 seconds or so, just to make sure it's just lightly combined. We don't want to thrash the crap out of it. So that will do. I'll smash my bowl. I'm now just going to add flour, sort of a spoonful at a time. Let it sort of start combining in. Add another bit more. Okay, just want to make sure. Obviously, this is all well combined into it. So that's the flour, baking soda, baking powder and salt. The final things going will be a little bit of food colouring. Okay, so we'll just carry on until all of that's in there. So we've got the food colouring in, and now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to spoon a small amount on each. Oops, that's a bit smaller, and then that's going to go in the oven for about 11 odd minutes to cook. So we're still cooking, okay, we're still baking. Here's one I made a little bit too large, it would come out a bit funny, but slightly chewy, a little bit of a crunch on the outside. I wouldn't say it's very lemony. It's lemon there, but it's not overpowering by any means. There you go. Lemon cookies, biscuits.